Working alongside them, the French Institute for Demographic Studies, ENID. This was not just a project. This was the most systematic, most painstaking attempt to truly understand human life that had ever been made. But this research wasn't only about collecting data. The real challenge was something else entirely. This world is filled with stories like these. In such and such city, there was a man who lived 135 years. In this village, everyone stays healthy past 120. And people believe it because we want these stories to be true. In 2024, a man in India claimed to be 149 years old. News channels went crazy. Millions of views, interviews, fame. But when researchers from the IDL investigated, they found something shocking. The man was using his grandfather's birth certificate. He was actually 89 years old. This happens all the time. Entire villages claim to have supercentenarians because it brings tourism, it brings money, it brings fame. According to the Gerontology Research Group, up to 98% of extreme age claims over 115 are completely false. When researchers dug down to the bottom of these claims, a stunning truth emerged. Most alleged supercentenarians were not actually as old as reported. The most beautiful and the most difficult part of this research was the individual case studies, those verified stories that researchers proved through years of painstaking work. Imagine, a researcher travels to a small town in France. He has heard about a woman who allegedly lived to 115 years. His first thought, that seems impossible. But then he opens the church's birth records. Then he looks at census records. Then he goes into local government archives. And one by one, evidence accumulates. Every record matches another record. And finally, that researcher takes a long, slow breath and says quietly to himself, it's true. This person genuinely lived to 115. That is the moment that makes this entire research meaningful. This isn't numbers. This is proof of a human life. Jeanne Calment of France, born in 1875, met Vincent van Gogh when she was 13. She said he was dirty, badly dressed, and disagreeable. Lived through both world wars. Remembered the Eiffel Tower being built. Died in 1997 at 122 years, 164 days, the longest verified human life in history. And here's what's remarkable. She smoked until she was 117, ate a kilogram of chocolate every week, rode a bicycle until 100. So much for one secret formula. Think about it for a moment. If you lived to 110 years, you would have seen 2 world wars, the birth of television, the arrival of computers, then smartphones, an entire century changing right before your eyes. These people would have said goodbye to all their friends, to their siblings too, sometimes to their own children, and still getting up every morning, doing something every day, feeling something every day. These were people for whom life was not just a long race, it was a deep, quiet, and meaningful way of thinking. It is said that among those who reach very old age, most of them share one thing in common. They connect their life to something larger than themselves. Some say, my life is for my family. Some say, I love my work and I'm going to keep doing it. And some say, I don't know how much time is left, so I just give my best every single day. After analyzing thousands of verified supercentenarians across 12 countries, across decades of research, researchers found 5 common factors. Not magic potions, not secret herbs from a mountain village, not billion-dollar supplements, just 5 things. And here's what will surprise you. Factor 1, they never retired. Not in the way we think of retirement. They kept working, farming, gardening, teaching, mentoring, until their last days. Not for money, for purpose. The Harvard Study of Adult Development, 80 years of research, found that retirement without purpose is one of the fastest ways to decline. Factor 2, they stayed angry. Not angry at people, but passionate about something. They had fire inside. They woke up with something to fight for, a garden to tend, a grandchild to teach, a problem to solve. Passion, not peace, keeps you alive. Factor 3, they ate less. Almost all supercentenarians practiced some form of calorie restriction. In Okinawa, they call it hara hachi bu, eat until you're 80% full. Factor 4, they had purpose. Every single one woke up for a reason. Not a vague reason, a specific reason. I need to feed my chickens. I need to see my granddaughter today. I need to finish this book. Purpose is not philosophical. It's biological. It lowers inflammation. It boosts immune function. Factor 5, community. Not one supercentenarian lived isolated. Every single one was surrounded by family, friends, neighbors. The Harvard study was clear. Loneliness kills faster than smoking. Connection heals faster than medicine. And here's what shocked researchers most. Not one of these factors requires money. Not one requires a doctor. Not one requires a prescription. They're all free, available to every human being on Earth. But here's the problem. Most people are doing the exact opposite. We retire early and lose purpose. We eat until we're stuffed. We isolate behind screens. We've forgotten the 5 factors. When the IDL's data came to light, and when verified supercentenarian stories were documented one by one, some patterns emerged that hit you straight in the eyes. Let me show you what's actually happening inside your body. See these little caps at the end of your chromosomes? They're called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. When they're long, your cells are young. When they get short, your cells age. When they're gone, your cell dies.